पता नहीं चेयर का क्या किया आगे पीछे। Okay. Guys, give me 1 second. Thinkorswim is giving me a couple of issues. Let me log in. Hi, Raghu. Good evening. Hi, Vashita. Yep, I had a good, wonderful weekend. Hi, Chris. Just logging into my Thinkorswim and then I'll be sharing the screen. Hi, Shiv. Hi, Sitesh. Hi, Dev. Sashikal. How are you? All right. Thinkorswim is on. Let me share the screen. Yep. I hope you all can see the screen now. Hi, Tarun. Hi, Amit. Yes, I had a good weekend. Went to the water park and enjoyed the day. Hi, Mr. Murugan. Hi, Saurabh. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Srini. Hi, Raj. And thanks for the sweet Srini. They were good. Hi, Nagarjun. Good evening. Good evening. All right. So on Friday, uh, before I start, yes, on Friday we were doing a rejection, which was a clear rejection of the 34 EMA, and we came to a point about 3880, and I did a telegram call in the afternoon where we discussed that yes, if 3880 holds, we can see 3910, 3915. It happened, and we did couple of trades, Google, Triple Q, and all of them paid really good. So now at the close, we had Tesla, and we ran the Tesla from 763 to 776, 778. That worked out well. Otherwise, we do not carry any open position. So that's good. And that's why I prefer, if I don't have any position, I don't have any headache, I can start fresh from the next day. Hi, pal. I had a good weekend, Shrikant. Hi, good evenings, Mr. Patel. I am good. Hope you're good. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. And tomorrow will be really, really good. So, this week, before I start, I want to focus on two things. Then we'll go into the analysis. I'll be quick. We have CPI, which is coming on Wednesday. We have PPI, which is on Thursday. We have retail sales on Friday. These three are really important events. Now, I'm going back to, before coming here, let me go back and show you crude. Now, I have to clear this. Yes. So, this numbers, they're numbers coming for June. Now, let me open and show you that as well, because the impact of these numbers is going to be there throughout the week. So we cannot ignore them. That's why I want to go with them upfront so that we do not have to worry about them later in the week. Where is United States? Yep, right there. Apply. So this week, Wednesday, we have CPI year on year and CPI month on month. CPI year and you see, this is core CPI, which excludes certain items, and this is CPI month on month, year on year. This is really important. Expected is high because this is for the month of June. Keep an eye, this is for the month of June. Now, in the June month, which starts right from here, look at the crude price. Crude price tested 123, and only at the later half it came down. So if I take an average, I think, thank you, Raj. Uh, I think we will still have a higher or hot CPI. Whether it can be marked as a peak, possibly yes, because since then, like if you see from 123 all the way to 103, that's about 18, 19, roughly 20%. If you want to count that, 20% offset in crude. Natural gas has also come down. 2 weeks back, we have the consumer spending also went down. Consumer sentiment was down. They shows a direction that inflation is kind of easing off, because now the demand is hurting, and the main goal of FOMC was to hurt the demand. Now, when the demand is hurting, inflation will come down, and it may be marked as a peak for maybe next month, and market will take a cue from it. So if CPI comes around 8, 8.8, I will be all right. I think it will set up a move that yes, market has seen the peak inflation and we can go higher from that point. Don't expect this inflation number to be a softer number. This is going to be hot. And initial reaction may be that yes, market has not gone through the peak, because previously the peak was around 8.6. This time we're going to be to 8.8, maybe 8.9. So let's be aware of that fact. But that will give an idea to the market that yes, we have seen a high inflation peak, because since June, crude has come down. If you look at natural gas, it has also come down from 9.6 all the way to 6.3. That's roughly about 30 percent. So substantial cut in the natural gas, substantial cut in the crude, substantial cut in commodities like gold and silver, which shows that yes, things are cooling off. So I would consider that yes, if the number is hot, we might initially have a small reaction downside, but that will be an opportunity to buy and go long. So that's one piece which is important. Then we have numbers coming from the banks. We'll come to them once we are near towards them, maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday. But right now, the idea is we might coil more. We may not have a clean move. We might have to trade level to level, and that's about it. I don't want to set up expectation that yes, we're gonna see a very big breakout or breakdown. No, I think we're gonna coil more until we have clarity on the CPI. So this is kind of a background I wanted to set up for this meeting so that you all be aware that we're going to go through some days where it will be not easy to make money. It will be hard. It will not be one clean direction. It may be up and down. All right. So let me start with my scanners. I want to do scan for weeks this time. So we have T triple Q has inside week, Square has inside week, UAL has inside week. ES does not have inside week, but SPY has. So keep an eye on SPY. And let me just check on inside day. Facebook has inside day and GME. So Facebook, I want to go Facebook is inside day. All right, so let me start my analysis for tonight, for tomorrow. And if you have any questions, please ask. I'll try to answer once I'm done. Or if you want to join, because these days nobody is interested to join the Zoom call. But if you're interested, do let me know and I will share the Zoom link. So first come first, let's start with ES. Let's take the view from the weekly perspective and then from a daily perspective. So weekly, it's like roughly an inside week on ES. You see, the body is between the body, and if you want to call this, if you just consider the bodies, we are in double inside week for now. Ignore the wicks. It's a double inside week for me. And see again, sometimes you have to ignore certain criterias to make things better. But if we break out of this, we should hit 4182. That's the area of 161 and 50% retracement of this move. This is setting up as a bull flag to me. Again, that's my perception, but this is a weekly candle and a weekly breakout will be massive. Last time we saw a double inside day on root blacks and next day it moved 10%. So do not ignore these simple patterns. They say and give you much more clarity. Now coming back, 34 EMA is tough to break. It is not finding a good. The same thing happened here. 34 EMA we tested, failed, and then we went on to make new lows. 34 EMA we tested, went on to make new lows. Tried, new lows. Tried, new lows. If we lose 38.55 one more time, then it will break the inside weeks. It will break this pattern, and in this case, right now it's looking as an evening star, and it is not looking good. So we may see a cool off. 38.55 is a good support area. Either we have to buy above 34 EMA or buy close to the 12 EMA. If we lose 38.55, will happen the same thing, that yes, we're gonna make and build a new low. So now I am not positive on the market, but I am neutral to short. I want to buy either above 39.20 or I want to buy 38.55. So my stop loss will be 38.55 in both the cases, if I'm going long or if I'm going short. If I'm going short below 38.55, I am going short. And I mentioned here 38.55 extremely important wall. If it breaks down, it's really, really bad. Where can I buy? I can buy around 38, this purple line. If you see this purple line, if it holds here, I might try to go long. I'm reducing it to 60 and 40. I still believe it's going to hold 38.55 and I want to buy above 38.77, above this purple line right there, 38.7 or 38.80. Let's make it 38.80 clean. The stop loss is a little big. You can buy if you want to buy in a range, in between this range, but I want to prefer like I want it to test. Come on, see, I'm going to explain you a very important thing, which you should also be aware of it. That this is the test of resistance. Now it should go. It failed here. It did not break. Resistance acted really well. Then it should act the support. Support is right here, the 12 EMA and the Fibonacci. So it should come and test. Now, if it doesn't break here, it should bounce. When it bounces, it should cross this purple line. And when it does, that's the area I want to go long. That's why 38.80 is the area I want to go long, and my target is 39.20. Whenever there is a break of resistance, it will become support. Whenever there is a failure of resistance, it will go back and test the last support. This is very simple. Just keep this in mind. 39.20 is the area where we should see, which is the 34 EMA. If we break, we'll see 4,009. I'm keeping 4,009 open. I'm going to cut the W just now because it once again failed. Right now it's showing as an evening star. An evening star on daily inside week. So neutral to short below 38.55. What can I see? Once this breaks down, I'm gonna come and do. This is the high. This is the close. High, high, low, low. So this area, which is 3800, is a good support. So 3800 will be tested once we lose this one. And if 3800 tested, the next wall is 3750. 1, 2, 3, 3750 area. It's actually 3745, but if you want to ground it off, 3750. So this is the area. This will confirm the break of the new lows. Because here we have the low was 3741, 3744, 3744. So all these numbers, if we lose, or if you were to clean it up, 3740. If you lose 3740, you will see new lows, and they will be around 3400. That's on ES. If you want to translate into SPY, you can roughly divide this by 10. NQ. NQ again is evening star. It's losing that 34 EMA of 12,065. So again, I'm reducing it to neutral. 12,000, and it's an evening star on daily for now. This is an evening star. We started from the base, went up. Now I can only go up if it holds 1265. Let's say 1275. My stop loss is 12,015. If it holds 12,075, which is the 34 EMA, then it fails. It can test 12,300 there. I'm reducing it to maybe 50-50 because it has high potential to go down. I'm gonna keep 12,300 for now as the same target. And on the downside, first one is 11,900, which is the 12 EMA. And the next target comes around to be 11,650. So these are the targets for NQ. Same pattern, rejection from 34 EMA, setting up as evening star. So we cannot ignore the evening star aspect of it. Triple Q. Triple Q will not show evening star because it's not run over the weekends or after hours. It is testing 50% Fibonacci and holding above 34 EMA. But if you look at 34 EMA, that is 293.54. So if it holds 294.54 and goes above 299, possible. But if it loses 293.50, it should test 289, 288. 293.50. That's the stop loss. Hold out 295, 299.25, and 306. Again, reducing to 50%. See, when I have high conviction, I post 60-70%. When I think that it's going to be choppy, I'm moving it to 50-50 because it's not easy to figure out which way the market is going to react. And on the sell side, if you lose 34 EMA, 289.80 and 288.50. 288.50 will be easy. 284. Neutral to positive. So these three indexes are fine. Apple. Apple, we had a target of 146, 145. It did that, and it did really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this was a 6. So 6 candles back to back. It has seen up in one direction, and if you see, this is setting up for inverted head and shoulders, or if you want to clean it and you want to say no, I want it to go higher and come back and then go higher. So this is partial inverted head and shoulders. Right now, it's not in detail, but if I lose 145.63, I actually would love to add this at around 143 if I can get a chance, or 145. I want to add Apple. I am still positive. I want to add near. Whenever I say near, it means I'm looking to buy the dip. I want to add Apple around 145. My stop loss is 143. My target area is 148.75. Looking to buy the dip. AMD. AMD on back-to-back 2 days is not able to break out the 12 EMA. Now, if this will act as resistance, we have a gap, and we also have earnings from TSM this week that will also change the movement in the market for chip stocks. So keep an eye on that. But 79.50 is acting as a resistance. If it breaks 79.50 or roughly 80.25, it has open move, but right now I'm neutralizing it, and or else it's shorting it. Will buy above 80.25 for 86, but it is acting as resistance, so I'm selling it. A 79.5 has acted as resistance. Sell below 79.5. Your area is fill the gap. The high is 76.30. I don't expect more, so I'm giving only this target. If it fills the gap, that's the area you can go long. Amazon have Prime Day coming. Amazon is holding the 12 EMA back to back, 34 EMA back to back, holding the purple line. Amazon Prime Day can be really, really good, but I think if market goes down, Amazon can also go down. It needs to clear this 23 Fibonacci level, 121, where actually it had a split. If it's not able to reach this back, it's going to be tough. And people who are anticipating good numbers from Prime, these numbers will not reflect in current quarter numbers because the Prime Day is in July and the current quarter ending is in June. But it will give you an idea that how much impact Prime has on the next quarter. So if you want to trade in Amazon, go for options which are in August so that you cover the earnings, you will have less premium loss. Second thing, the Prime numbers are not out the next day. It takes about a couple of days. So that will give you that wiggle room in case stock moves up and down. So I'm going to add Amazon around 112.41. That's my stop loss. 112. And I want to buy near the low 113, 114. I'm already anticipating that yes, it may fall, and I want to cross 119 and 121. So it's the 6-day high lows. So sentiment wise is positive, but it's an opportunity where it can ease off, reduce a little bit over bot status, and come back to 3%, which will be around 112, 113. And then if it tests 112 and bounces, I'll be looking to add. BA, as I've said multiple times, BA is consolidating really, really well. The trade is still the same. It is still in the range. It's not breaking out or breaking low. I just want to keep 137.60. I'm just keeping 137.60 as my stop loss, and I want to buy near 137.60. Reducing it to 60% because it's extreme consolidation, but it has to happen somewhere. The breakout has to happen. Baba failed, like it almost came, and now it is inverted hammer and back to back inverted hammer. This doesn't look good, and it had a small gap, so it might come to test 116. So I'm gonna short Baba for now because it has inverted hammer, and I want to sell it below 120. My stop loss will be in the high of the gap, which is 121, and my target will be 116 and 114. 116, which is at 25, 114, 85. 60%. It had a breakout, but it failed. Now, I have not seen what Baba is doing in today's Hong Kong market, or if uh, it's open or not. But if it comes in this range, either you can buy at 114, that's a good price, or you can sell at 120. CRM, uh, CRM is holding well. I again want it to cool off. It had really good numbers. It's consolidating in this area back to back. It's like creating a channel. If you see, if I connect these lines, it's creating a channel. So it goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, should go up. So if it comes here around 172 area, I'll be a buyer with taking this as a stop loss, looking for this. So if it cools off, my stop loss is 170 in CRM, and I want to buy near. Again, I am still positive on ES. Wait. But if it gives me an opportunity, I would love to take and add. It's already 2% down. So 121, 2% is about 119. So it can be around 119. We can sell it for that. Uh, crowd. Crowd is doing really good. Uh, and it has like 1, 2, 3, third outside day. It's creating a good pressure, but every time it is breaking 192, 191 area, it's losing the momentum. Now, this is a possibility if it comes down to 180, or if it comes down to 186, it's an extremely good area to add. It's setting up for a good move. I don't know about any catalyst in crowd, but it is setting up for a good move. If it comes around 186, again, I'm positive, but buy near 186. Target is 192, 199. Again, bullish engulfing in the crowd. Whenever the current body covers the previous body, it is called engulfing. And whenever the body is green, it's called bullish. Whenever the body is red, it's called bearish engulfing. D-Dog. D-Dog is also consolidating in this range. This is clear head and inverted head and shoulders. If you see, it's a clear inverted head and shoulders. So 104 is a good area for D-Dog. I've been recommending D-Dog since 90 area, and it has gone to 110, 115 area is the target. So I'm going to keep an eye on, and the trend has changed. 100, 250 is extremely important area for D-Dog. 1 or 250, and these levels are about 3 to 4%, right? So if there is a dip, look out for these levels. Sometimes we ignore these things, but whenever you get opportunity and you see that yes, it has eased off, that's the time to go long, because when it recovers from a good support, the recovery process is quick and it gives you opportunity to make a much profitable trade. Google Google was really good for all of us last week. Again, it did 2275, closed above this black line, and the trend has finally catching up. Now, if I let me see how the futures are trading at 3880 area. If I get opportunity of Google anywhere between 2340, 2350, I'll love to add Google. My stop loss will be 2295. I want to add Google. near 2340, 2350 area. I just want to add this Google, buy the dip on the Google. It will give you opportunity. If everything works out, you may even see 2450 by the end of this week on Google. Meta or Facebook. Facebook has inside day. It's holding the 12 EMA perfectly. Now we should take that into cognizance and see the purple line is holding, the EMA is catching up. 170.89 is an area where it needs to break out. It also has an inside day. So if it goes lower than 167, sell it. $75. Stop loss is 167.75. Buy near 169, 170. This is the area where I would love to buy Meta. Microsoft is getting tighter. The 263 area is, I would love to add 263. That's about 1.5%. If Microsoft comes in that area, 263, I'm going to neutralize it. See, now you will see a difference that I want these stocks to come down. Stop loss is 262. Target is 269.70. 275. See, one important thing you should also be aware of. Sometimes I mention buy above. Sometimes I mention buy near. Buy above means that let it go and cross a certain level. So if something is opening positive, it should give some wiggle room, go up around a certain area and come back. When I say buy near, it means I'm expecting it to cool off. It will go down, and that is the time when I want to enter into the stock. But the stock has given a rally. Now, if it cools off 2% or 3%, that's a good area to go long and enter into a trade. Netflix is like struggling hard. It's like it wants to have a consolidation between the 12 and 34. So 183 is an area where it comes. 186 it goes higher. So I want to see if it holds 183 or not. So 183 is my stop loss. Target is 192. And I want to buy above buy near 183.60. Buy near 184. If it goes above 184, I'll be buy. That's about 1.5% down. Then target is 192, which is a 34, and 195. Then we have Nvidia. Nvidia exactly did the same levels, bounced. It's struggling around 166, has a gap. If it loses 157.60, I want to short Nvidia. Or I would say I can neutralize it, or I can buy it once it fills the gap. 154 Nvidia. The gap is at 154. Buy near 154, 155. Stop loss is 151. Target is 158.50. So I want to add NVIDIA when it fills the gap. And the gaps are filled. It gives me a good confidence that yes, it works out well. Roku has been doing really well. It almost testing the 98 criteria, and it's a perfect inverted head and shoulders. Now the only question is, every time it goes to 98, it fails. It's a perfect area. Now, do you want to enter near 90 with a stop loss of 88, or do you want to enter above 98 because that's the 38 Fibonacci and has been acting as a very good area for resistance? I would definitely buy this at 98 or at 90. In between, it's risky. Either you buy at this level or buy above this level. You can short here for down move. Here you can buy here for the up move. But I have a clear expectation of this pattern breakout. Once it does, we will see from 38.2 Fibonacci to all the way to 61, which is 114. That's around $20 moves in Roku. So if we place our trade really well, this could be a really, really big trade. And it has been consolidating in this for a month. So not a month, almost 2 months. So if this breaks out, it's going to be a massive move. So Roku, I'm positive. I want to buy if it comes around 91. 90, 91. See, last week I was so much confident about Baba. This week I'm so much confident on Roku. Roku and Netflix. They are two trades which can really give you good money. I'm going to move it to this inverted. Then we have Tesla. Tesla did exactly what we expected from it on Friday. 733, 726. It tested 726, which is a 34 EMA, bounced and then hit 760 area, and now held. After hours, there was a news that yes, Tesla is going against initial plan of taking over Twitter, and now they are not going to do that. But it's not an easy win for Tesla, and the overhang of legal will remain. But if you see, it's inverted head and shoulders as well. Once it crosses 779, it will have a massive move. Or I'm not going to short it for this moment because it has that positive trigger. But if you get an opportunity, try to go long in this because people love Tesla. There is one stupid guy, trade futures. You don't have to remain here. I'm going to block you. Yes, you can fade me all day. I don't care. I don't know how these people have so much time to come on somebody and waste their time. All right. So Tesla is inverted head and shoulders. So it's definitely a good setup. Where is inverted head and shoulders? Right there. This can be 70%. And I want to buy above 779, stop loss 760, target is 845. 845 is an area where, or you can buy near 750 with a stop loss. I do not want to sell Tesla at this moment because it's above 779. I'm gonna put two conditions on Tesla, both positive. Either buy here or buy near 750. Stop loss 733. 779 and 845. So these are two trades. Either buy above 779 or buy near 750. Roadblocks has done its job, so I'm going to eliminate that. And a firm, somebody asked about a firm. A firm has an inside day and it's making a W. A firm, even after falling with UPST, held really well. Now I need to make some new levels for a firm. Yep, let me make that. A firm is right there at 2323 area. 2250 is a good support for a firm. I'm going to keep it neutral because this is a W in making. And W breakouts are really good. I want to buy this near 2250. And again, it's a really volatile stock. Stop loss is 31. Target is 29.25. So risk reward is really good on a firm. It just needs to break out. Last is Zoom. Zoom is still consolidating in that area. It's not breaking out. So 116 is an area. So I want to buy near 117. Again, I want it to dip. Stop loss is 115.90. Targets is still the same. That's it. So these are my tickers and levels. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer. And if you want me to share the Zoom link, let me know so that I can share. If you have any charts to discuss, if you have any tickers, you have analysis, or you want to share with the people, let me know. I'll give you the screen sharing and then you can do that. I'll wait for a couple of minutes because I believe there's a lag between what I say and what you get to hear. So I'll wait. If anyone has anything to share, do let me know. Any questions? In between, I'm going through your comments. Thank you, Mr. Peace. Thank you, Pilani. Sure, I'll cover UPST. Hi, Jason. Sat Shri Akal. Good evening, Harish. Good evening, MS. Banks. Raj will do the banks on Tuesday, probably Wednesday. Special K. Hi. Hi, Nitin. Hi, Harish. Can you look into Baidu and DXY? Baidu is right in these levels. See, 152, 150 is an excellent area for Baidu. 144 it comes, It's a flag which is like struggling at 157. It has not able to cross 157 at all. It comes to 144. It takes a buy and goes towards 157. So that's buy do money. So I'll be buy around 144, 145 if it comes down. DXY, EXY. Dixie is not coming. I'll check on UPST in between. UPST, I will not consider a trade at this time because it will require some consolidation on UPST. It's not a trade which I would love to enter at this time. No, I don't want to trade on UPST for now. Then we have Moderna from Chris. Chris, Moderna has crossed 172, which is a 61.8. Like it was a good strong setup after 145. A break of 38 lead to 172. Only if it breaks 172, it can come down. Otherwise, it can see 192. Okay. Alpesh, I have talked about CPI initially. If you can get time and review the initial few minutes, I've explained about the CPI. I'm using very simple tools. I'm using, let me write down, 12 and 34 EMA. I'm not using any indicator as such. I'm using only mathematical tools. These are averages, which are calculated exponentially. Then I'm using a regression channel, which is default available. And then I'm using Fibonacci, retracements, and extensions. And that is it. I'm not using any other tool. JKS. What is JKS? JKS. Jinko. I have not read this company. It is running really, really good. I have no idea fundamentally about this company. I can give you one technical view based on the regression channel. It's an inverted head and shoulder breakout. Let me make some extensions and see that from here to here. It can go to 78, which is a tough area, with a stop loss of 73. I know it's I've heard about this company, but not sure. I think it makes motor bearings or something. So this you need to check. But 73 is a good stop loss for GKS. XP Neo. Like Neo, I don't think so. There's a trade left in Neo. It's like it's bouncing off here. Needs to cross 25, 26 to make a good trade. it needs to break 24 NEO to do anything. XPV is still better, but it's right at the support. But there are many gaps on XPV, and that's what concerns me. When you have gaps and you're going up and falling down, then a break of 12 EMA, break of 31, and you will see the gap filled. Jingalal, I'm doing the XPV and NEO. NEO has to cross 24, XPV has to hold 31. If it loses 31, XPV will not be good. Alpesh, I have done SPY. Initially, you can check. It's ES divided by 10. Last one I'm doing is shop, and then I'm closing it. Shopify, I think it's looking a little better. I expect it to cross 34 EMA. If it doesn't, then it become a bear flag. And it can continue to fall down. So it has already done 20% from the lows. So I would be waiting for this. If it breaks about 34 EMA or it comes down, but it is a bear flag for now in Shopify. Thank you, Nicole. I think our futures are around 38.80 or something. Our futures are also at the day low, 38.75. So again, I have no position. I have no problems whatsoever where the market opens. I will see if it is in my area, I'll trade. Otherwise, I'll work. It's easy. All right, guys. Thank you for being with me. And if you like the analysis, do one thing, go back, do your homework, study the simple analytical tools, and use them. I cannot track all the stocks. You cannot track all the stocks. If we together can work, I can figure out 510, you can figure out 510, we can make our week very easily. Aditya, DXY was not coming on my charts. I don't know what's the problem. It's not coming on my charts. And people have stopped coming onto the Zoom calls. I have no idea why, but if you want, I can put on the Zoom calls again, or I don't know. I like people to be interactive much more than what we have now. But it's like I cannot force somebody to learn. I cannot force somebody to make money for their families. It's a choice. I can share what I know, but if you don't want to come, you don't want to come. That's all right. All right. We'll see you tomorrow evening and have a good night. Let's make some money tomorrow. Bye-bye.